How's it going, guys? Topic for today's video: how to let go of sentimental items. So in the process of minimizing and simplifying our life, we may come across some items that are just kind of difficult to let go of. We might have some type of emotional attachment to them, or we have maybe some memory attached to it, and it's difficult for us to let go of them from our lives. And it's something that I've definitely encountered throughout the process of really kind of simplifying my life, is that I've come across items that I'm just like, oh man, like I really don't want to let this one go. Like I remember when I was in Vancouver Island, there were some clothes that I had made myself. Like I used to sew some of my own clothes, and I'd put so much time and so much effort, and I'd learned so much to be able to make these clothes, and I just didn't want to let them go. But I knew that if I wanted to kind of liberate myself from them, I did actually have to let them go from my life. So I'm going to offer some advice and some suggestions and just some tips for letting go of the more difficult items from our lives. So for sentimental items, one of the most important things that we have associated with them is that we have memories. We have, we might look at something and it kind of fills us up with a memory of like a really good time, or maybe it's a memory of someone that has passed on from our life. But the thing is, the memories of those people, or the memories of the events that maybe those things kind of bring up in us, the memories are within us. We're always going to remember them, right? The memories are not without us. The memories are not in that actual object itself. When we see the object, we remember it, but we remember it because we remember it in our mind. The memories are within us. Something else to consider: you are not your stuff. So the stuff in your life is not you. You're much more. You're much more than the stuff in your life. So for example, that old Fight Club quote goes like, you're not the contents of your wallet, you're not your khakis, like you're not your stuff. So if you have like a lot of kind of items that are sentimental and you feel like you have this attachment to it, just remind yourself that you're not your stuff. You're much more than the stuff that you have in your life. Something else to consider when you have a sentimental item that really isn't, maybe it's not offering you a lot of value in your life, but you're just holding on to it for sentimental reasons. And something that I like to think of when I'm letting go of something sentimental is that even though this item is sentimental to me, and maybe it's not really adding a lot of value to my life, is that say if I sold it or I donated it or recycled it, it could offer value to someone else's life. So say I have like some clothes that I have some sentimental value to them. Say if I donated those to a local thrift shop, somebody else could be getting value from those clothes. Even though I'm not getting value from them, somebody else might be able to. Something else to consider is that holding on to items can really imprison us. It's like we're just attached to them and we need to have it, and it imprisons us. Whereas letting go of stuff from our lives really liberates us. A comment that I always hear from people when they've started to minimize their life is how liberating it is. And letting go of sentimental items can be difficult. But when you do let go of it from your life, it just has this feeling of liberation. You just feel so much more free. So if you have sentimental items and you still want to have that memory, what I would suggest is just taking a picture of it. So a lot of us have smartphones these days, and it's easy just to snap a photo of it because we're holding on to that thing for the memory. We want the memory of it, but we don't need the actual object for the memory. So we can take a picture. We can put it on our smartphone, we can put it on our computer, we can upload it to like Facebook or something, so that we always have the memory. We're not getting rid of the memory, but we're getting rid of the object. And something else that can be done with, say, old photographs is that old photographs can be scanned so that they can be stored digitally on your computer or even on your phone. I mean, there's even some apps now so that you can actually scan photos using your phone. But that's just another way of letting go of the actual physical objects, so not being imprisoned by the actual physical objects, but still holding onto the memory that object brings to your life. That memory, that good feeling that you still want from that object, you can just take a photo of it. So letting go of sentimental items can be difficult, but something else that I find is when I start kind of getting rid of stuff that's a little bit easier to get out of my life, that I don't really have an emotional attachment to, when I come back to those items that are a little bit more difficult, I find that it's easier to let them go. So I've kind of like built up some momentum, and then it's much easier to get rid of those items. So I hope this video has helped. If you have any more questions or comments regarding letting go of sentimental items, definitely leave them in the box below. Give this video a thumbs up, and maybe share this video with that family member or friend who holds on to all types of sentimental stuff in their life. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Peace out.